strange little cross-section of delinquents there. They are 8 games, this week's under-8s competition, 8 games. We want to know what those 8 games were called. Postcards only, please must stress that, to our usual address. Here it comes again. Tiswas ATV Land, Birmingham, B1 2JP. Tiswas, here he comes. ATV Land, Birmingham, B1 2JP. See, we do keep stressing this address. I'm sorry to go on about it, but I'll show you one this week that actually finally got it right. Now, there's a postcard we have from Liverpool. Can I show you that? A postcard from Liverpool. You can see on the front, he hasn't actually spelled Tiswas right, but not too bad. Tiswas, ATV Land, Birmingham, B12JP. Got the address right, got the postcard. When you turn it over, there's nothing on it. So thank you very much, whoever sent us that 12p stamp. That was
helpful.
Let me very quickly show you this as well. You know we've had these extraordinary parent lookalikes. One that I'd definitely promised you a T-shirt for this week from Danielle Friedman from Walton up there in Liverpool. I'm sending you a picture of my mum. I think she looks like Dolly Parton.
She does. Dolly Parton after a diet, though,
really. It's difficult to tell, really, actually, the dress on. I think she looks vaguely like Dolly Parton. Anyway, darling, there'll be a Tiswas T-shirt in the post to you, plus a Tiswas car sticker. But I think we can now actually go outside for our outside broadcast cameras. We have told you, of course, that Status Quo are joining us later on. Waddy are coming in. Russ Abbott's wandering around. All sorts of big stars over the years have done this show. But I think we should be able to join our OB unit now, and we actually should be able to catch up with the arrival of someone certainly who in the next decade is going to be one of the biggest stars of all time. There I can see the police escort there just beginning to pull into view. I can just about see the police there behind. There's obviously tremendously excited scenes. So there comes the police car. There's the big Rolls Royce pulling in, the big limo. I can just see 2 of those very large bouncers sitting in the back there looking after him. Extraordinary scenes here. Police controlling it very, very well, actually, because a lot of these people have waited all night through a lot of cold and frost, bitter night. A lot of rain just after midnight, but they've all been there. As you can see, they're obviously delighted to see him. The door now just beginning to open. There's one of the bouncers there. Bouncers, I shouldn't call them bouncers, should I? His personal bodyguard, sorry. PC Plod there and Spid trying to help out. Tremendously excited scenes. I think we can just see him. Yes, there he is coming through. Yes, there he is. Matthew Butler. Yes, there he is. Perhaps you'll be seeing a little more of Matthew Butler in a minute or two's time. Matthew Butler, one of the truly great names of British music at the moment.
It's Goonie game time with Ideal, and don't upset me, the game where you get one of the pieces once around.
I only need 2.
Well, it's not that simple. Round and round the silver ball goes. Where it drops, nobody knows.
Oh, no, I upset myself.
Now you're up against time. Up against time. A game of stacking barrels by matching the right barrel with the right shape. Looks easy, except you're always up against time.
Never beat that.
You're off and up against time.
But square pegs don't go into round holes, Dad. Drop the gate.
No way, one more. Oh, drat.
Too late.
And here's Dr. Doctor, the game where you test for symptoms with the scope and try to graduate to chief doctor and win.
Ah, I'm ready to make a diagnosis. This upper lip.
You make a diagnosis.
Sticky fingers.
The others may disagree.
Nope, rocks in head. And some pants. Check the x-ray. I was right. I'm chief doctor.
Don't upset me. Up against time. And Dr. They're ideal.
He's a-coming! He's a-coming! There's gonna be a gunfight!
There's a brand new bubble gum in town named of Hubba Bubba. It's soft, juicy, and delicious. Best of all, Hubba Bubba lets you blow great, big, fat bubbles that won't stick to your face.
That's gun my bubble gum?
Big bubbles, no trouble.
You have a bubble gum. I can beat my friends, I can beat the fans, but you can't eat electric. I can overtake and accelerate, but you can't eat electric. Real engine sound when I'm changing down. You can't eat electric. I can switch my lane, ride the skid chicane, but you can't eat electric. Turn on my lights, I can race all night, but you can't eat electric. When the others stop, I can beat the clock, but you can't eat electric.
Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman. See them all in Superheroes every month.
You never know what's round the corner, so don't run.
Saturdays is what every day's a miss, 'cause Saturday
obviously the tightest security had to be arranged to get a star of his stature into the building. And what a bonus, too, Tiswas, to persuade a megastar like Matthew to take time out of his
a bit of a surprise
schedule
for
to
you.
visit
Matthew
us.
Butler, you
We've had
thought
stars
you were here to
like
sign
Paul
autographs for
McCartney,
your
Richard
thousands of
Elton,
screaming,
John,
worshipping
Kevin
fans,
Keegan.
but in fact, tonight, Matthew Butler is singing sensation and carrot cruncher to royalty. This is your life! Matthew, bit of a surprise for you. Come this way. I'm sorry about that. Bit of a surprise. Come on. Come this way to the studio. It's all right. If you funny guards could probably help him through that. Thanks very much. Come this way, Matthew. All sorts of your friends from way back waiting to meet you. That's all right. Bit of a surprise for you there. Matthew Butler, rabbit remarkable and manky megastar. This is your life, and what a life it's been. You were born just 6 years ago at Barrow in Furness, Buckinghamshire. You got 2,386 brothers and 9,654 sisters, and that's only since the programme started at 10:30. And from the very first, it was obvious that you were going to be a very special rabbit.
Well, I saw him going to the font at the christening, but I never saw him come out again.
Yes, you haven't seen her for 5 years, 11 months and 29 days, but she's burrowed all the way from Wormwood Scrubs to be here. Your oldest sister, top TV celebrity and bunny girl. Come in, Sally James.
Well, Eamon. Hello, Eamon.
Well, Sally, it must have been quite an extraordinary childhood. What was this about the font you were talking about?
Well, Eamon, there were so many of us at the christening that I never really got close to little Matthew. I mean, I'm the oldest sister, but there's so many in the family that I couldn't get near him. And then there was a great big lettuce in the way as well. Anyway, I could just see the vicar. Well, actually, he was a rabbi.
Yes, he would be, yes.
Actually, and little Matthew disappeared behind a big carrot, and we sort of got split up by all the others.
Fine, well, it sounds quite extraordinary, really. Quite an extraordinary sort of business, the whole thing. What about, exactly how many... You're on about your family having all these children. How many exactly are there now?
Well, about 11,000 that day, actually. But Mother had a lot more after that, and she was so busy having bunnies that I had to bring up the family single-handed. And Dad was no use, really. I mean, you know what they're like. Hair today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah, it's fine, Sally. Thanks very much. Well, just exactly how many... I mean, how often does your mother have to have these children?
Well, about every 20 minutes on average, but she used to slow up a bit in the winter, and she made it a golden rule never to have a bunny on Christmas Day. Said she couldn't enjoy the turkey if she did.
Very nice,
so
Pete.
Matthew
Thank
and
you
I
very
got
much, Sally James.
split
Sit
up.
down. Thanks very much. Very interesting indeed. Right. Well, now, Matthew Butler, it's, as you say, it's an extraordinary start, really, to career. But from the beginning, you stood out above your contemporaries, mainly because you had the longest ears. And from the start, you took a real interest in music. You were taught to sing by the same teacher who taught Les Dawson to play the piano. But your first stage appearance was a bit of a disaster.
You're telling me, I mean, we were there, and everything just seemed to go wrong. I mean,
yes, international illusionist, a man who's done for magic what little Noddy's done for bell ringing. Come in, Cooperman. Cooperman, nice to see you. You were telling us that you had a bit of trouble the first time you appeared on stage with Matthew.
That's true, Eamon. I mean, it was a marvellous setting. We had this beautiful, huge theatre. There were thousands of people in the audience. And Matthew was there saying, well, this is before Matthew.